Plaintiffs Carmen and Darlene Torzon say they hired the defendant to work at their family restaurant, and they soon discovered that she has a lot of problems with men. Darlene says the defendant recently suffered some injuries after her ex-boyfriend assaulted her, and she's suing her today for the balance due on a loan. Defendant Alicia Hasselson admits that the last year and a half of her life has been a complete nightmare, especially when it comes to men, because she has had 5 abusive boyfriends, the most recent of which threw her down a flight of stairs, causing her to miscarry. Alicia insists she's repaid a majority of the loan.
Tell me what's happening here.
Okay, we hired Alicia to work in our family restaurant. She was very bright. She knew the business very well. She had had experience, and we had an immediate connection because we had both lived in Chicago previous to that. And she apparently had some family member who had some issues working for the mob. And
that's not true.
Okay, well, that's what was told at the time, and that they had to leave town. So that was the basis for our talking at the beginning.
The mob run you out of town?
No, that's absolutely not true.
You've never come to them and say the mob ran you out of town?
No, I never came to them about that. We moved here because my father had MS, and the cold and the heat in Chicago makes him sick. He needs a level temperature, which is in California, 364 days.
All right.
Okay, so as the time went on, the
She
restaurant
never mentioned that to you? What she said about her father's condition?
Yes, yes.
She didn't say that was one of the reasons?
No.
right,
The
go
main
ahead.
reason was that after we got to know her, the restaurant was very slow, so we got to talk a lot. And Alicia's very open and forthcoming about what's going on in her life. And I got to see that she had a lot of issues, basically around self-esteem and issues with family. That was busy, mom busy working because her dad was sick, and I think she needed somebody to talk to. I had been a psychoanalyst when we lived in Chicago, and I was willing to listen to her. She had an enormous amount of problems with boys. The various boys that she would meet usually became obsessed with her, according to what she was telling me. They were very abusive. She put up with a lot of abuse, according to what she said. Recently, one of the boys that we met, the only one we met of the group, had thrown her down some stairs, and she suffered some injuries.
All right, let me allow her to give me some background, and then we're going to get to the loan you're suing her about.
Okay.
Young lady?
First of all, the last year and a half has been really a nightmare for me. As Darlene said, I've had some really abusive boyfriends, 5 in total.
Physically abusive towards you?
Physically, mental, and emotionally. The most recent basically threw me down 2 flights of stairs because I was pregnant and he had already met another woman who was more attractive apparently and didn't want me to have his child. So as a result, I miscarried as well as hurt my back. So I can't work because I can't stand for long periods of time. I can't bend. And I'm trying to get disability, but it takes forever.
Yep.
I don't know, I guess I have low self-esteem, and that's why I attract abusive men.
Why do you think you have low self-esteem?
I'm not really sure at the moment. I'm trying to change my way of thinking, but that's not very easy.
How'd you do in school?
I was a very good student. I was 3.6 to 4.0.
That didn't make you feel that you were smart?
No. There's book smart and then there's street smart.
All right, book smart doesn't make you feel good?
I know I'm
You're
smart.
nearly an A student. That doesn't make you feel good about yourself.
I know I'm book smart, but I don't feel that I'm attractive, so I've always dated men who are opposite
Well, you'll
of
be
me.
attractive when you get that big job, I promise you. Making that money, they'll be waiting in line for you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm telling you, listen to me.
I have a good nature, and most men seem to take advantage of that part.
Yeah, well, that's the part you have to change, all right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you're not far from feeling good about yourself. If you're getting an A average, just pick better men. Find another young man who has a near A average. Go to the library, that's where they hang out. Go to the library and then go to the little place over in the corner. You see them in the corner, they have some glasses on, they have a computer.
Those are the type I usually go for.
That's what I was about to say. That's who you go for?
Yeah.
They don't whip you,
Yeah, they do. In California.
The nerds in
Yeah.
California I'm with. They even have the nerds trying to fight in California. It's dangerous.
I like it where they
Anytime the nerds are trying to fight, it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Ask me.
No, but seriously, you know, if you're attracting bad hoodlum type guys, there's some good guys out there, and you find them in the right places. And the right places are libraries. You go to some of the churches that might have decent men who are trying to do the right thing. Don't think that they're 100% either, though, because that's why a lot of them are in church, because they're sinners. Well, that's what's supposed to go to church, sinners. They need church more than anybody. But anyhow, feel good about yourself. I don't like hearing that, and that's why we're spending this time on that, all right? So tell me what else you want me to know about yourself and your experiences with them.
Well, I worked for them back in 2005, right after high school. I was hired on the spot. We became really close, almost like a family. As Darlene said, I became very close with her and Carmen. They used to talk down to me, but it was so
Talk
much
down to
like
you how?
They never liked my boyfriends. Go figure.
Right, you didn't either. Ultimately. Well, they weren't talking down to you, they were talking straight to you. Go ahead.
They didn't accept the choices I made in my life most of the time.
They were talking straight to you. Go ahead.
In 2006, my sister had some financial difficulties. I tried to help her. And so Carmen and Darlene knew my situation, and I asked to borrow $5,000. Because I felt awkward going to them, I said I would pay back $6,000 plus interest. At that time...
What was the repayment dates? Who has the agreement? Anyone?
I do, yes.
Let's see it. Obviously, you've paid some back. Let me hear from you all about the loan.
Okay, when she came to us about the loan, we told her that we would loan her the money and that she didn't have to pay interest. So we based it on the $6,000 because it was going to take a long time to pay it back.
And how long? It's been since 2006. How much has she repaid?
It's on there. She owes
You have to tell me.
$29.70 right now.
She owes $29.70. Young lady, how much do you believe you owe, if not that amount?
Without the extra $1,000, it should be $780, given take away $40, or it's $1,780 with the extra $1,000.
All right. What payments?
They were as much as I could pay at any given time throughout, up until about a year and a half when I stopped working. I was trying really hard to make payments.
How much did you pay after a year and a half?
About over $4,000.
If you paid $4,000
I
before,
paid over $4,000. I'm just not. I believe it's about $4,200.
And you all have written notes.
Okay.
Yeah, that describes exactly her payments as she made them, and
They were good enough to loan you $5,000, man. Why do you think they would try and beat you out some additional payments?
I don't know. It was mostly cash. Maybe to avoid the IRS.
But did you write any notes down?
No, I didn't think I
to avoid
need
the
to.
IRS. Now you're sounding ungrateful.
Judge,
Well, they wrote notes. Yes, ma'am.
the way the payments were made was we would come home from dinner or whatever, in the mailbox, she would have dropped a bunch of bills in the mailbox without an envelope.
There was usually an envelope.
There was only an envelope once. The first time had the envelope in it.
Well, I'm
they really
confused
just
because the mob
dropped it
usually
there.
operates with envelopes.
And I told her,
Mob
Well,
drop off
obviously
their
I'm
money
not in
with
the mob.
envelopes. Right, so
I sent her
she
email.
can't be both, dropping cash without an envelope and mob. All right, young lady, they're very sure. They've kept copious notes. You're confused about how much you repaid. You're estimating and thinking and think that they are trying to overcharge you to dodge the IRS. $2,970. Have a good day. Take care.
thank you.